everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. This is the first soap of September and I am so ready for fall. I have a lot of autumnal goodies coming up this month and next month. You guys are going to love them. I'm starting out with a classic. Brown Sugar and Fig. This is one of my absolute favorite Bath & Body Works fragrances, and I think it totally encapsulates this season. It's a little trickier to work with, but I think it's worth it. This soap will be available to purchase on October 1st, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time at royaltysoaps.com. So without further ado, let's get soap making. We have my oils here. They're all melted down. They're crystal clear. The recipe that I am using today is down in the description box. It is the same recipe that I use in all of my videos unless otherwise noted. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my lye water solution into the oils. And now we're going to blend it up on high until we're just past emulsification. Now that everything has been blended, it's time to pour off the colors. We're gonna have 3 smaller amounts of color and then 1 large amount. The larger amount is gonna be a shade of purple. Then we're gonna have a darker shade as an accent with white and dark brown. So for this first color, we're gonna add some titanium dioxide mixed with water. For the second one, we have some dark brown oxide mixed with water. There is a difference between regular brown oxide and dark brown. Dark brown tends to be more of a black, sort of a browny color, whereas regular brown tends to be sort of a nutty brown color. For the third color, we're going to be adding some Wisteria purple. This is sort of a blue-toned purple. And for the final color, we're going to be adding purple vibrance. This is the most pure, most basic purple. When I first started making soap, these purple colors were not available. The only things that soap makers were using as purples were ultramarines. It never got to be a true purple. It was always sort of a lavender, sort of a blue color. So I was incredibly grateful whenever Nurture Soap released these because they were the only ones that I had seen that actually made your soap purple. So let's blend up the colors. Of course, the fragrance oil we are using today is Brown Sugar and Fig type. This is a Bath & Body Works duplication. Smells exactly like it. The fragrance oil does have a tendency to rice on you, just so you know, but now that all the colors are mixed up, let's start pouring into our mold. We're gonna start with the purple. We're gonna pour a good bit of that in there. Next, we're gonna pour the darker purple color. Gonna pour some of the brown now. By the way, this fragrance oil also accelerates trace, as you can probably tell. Some of that white in there. By the way, I'm not too concerned about it accelerating that much because I am going to run a hanger through this anyway, so it's really not that big a deal. But if you're gonna make soap yourself, this probably isn't one of the colors that you want to do really intricate swirls with. Put a little more brown. Add a little more brown in there. And now, before it gets way too thick, I'm gonna mix it all up with my little bendy swirl tool here. It may or may not do a whole bunch because, like I said, this soap is really thick at this point. Just gonna wipe this off. That is so satisfying. I know it looks a hot mess on top, but I'm gonna decorate it a little bit with some of the scraplings. Gonna put a little more of that Wisteria purple on top. And then once I put all this on top, I'll tap it down one more time. Ahead and added that, ooh, hold on, it's crooked. I went ahead and added that swirl on top just for funsies. It's pretty textured, which is great because I have to use it to grip onto these colored salts. I've colored these with Mocha Brown Mica, and since this is brown sugar, it only makes sense that I color them Mocha Brown. I'm putting this all over the top of the soap. This is fun. And for those of you wondering, like, Katie, why do you keep using fragrance oils that, you know, accelerate, or there's so many fragrance oils out there, why can't you just use one that behaves in cold process soap? Because some fragrance oils are truly worth it. This particular scent is so good, I can't get away from it, even though it causes trouble. It's a personal preference, but if you're a newbie, I would not recommend this one. I am gonna add a little bit of biodegradable holographic glitter on top, just a smidgen. Wonderful, and now I'm gonna spritz the top with rubbing alcohol, seal it all in, and protect it against any bit of soda ash that may happen on top. And that's it, we're done. It looks like some sort of really pretty chocolate, like one from Germany or something, where it's like lavender and chocolate fudge. And the smell, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So I'm gonna let this sit for 18 to 24 hours, and then we will be back, to split this slab into loaves and cut the loaves into bars after this quick commercial break. We are back to cut the brown sugar and fig soap. You can see on the sides the little lines that I made when I was using the hanger. So I'm going to turn this on its side because I don't want those pieces of colored salt to mess up my cutting. I've lined it up now, so I'm going to press down gently, and some of the salt pieces will fall off, and that's all right. And then when I lift one of the bars out, this is what it looks like on the inside. Those little bumps don't go all the way through the bar. They're just made because of the cutter. It's the cutter that makes those little bumps. The smell is fantastical, and I love the top as well. This little device that I have right here is a soap planer and beveler. The planer part is all the way across. You put the soap through and it makes it nice and flat. This is particularly useful if you have soaps that have soda ash on them, or just a little bit of other imperfections and you want it to be nice and clean. And then these little divots right here, you put your soap in and it cleans up the edges. So I'll show you how to use this. I'm actually not a huge fan of these, only because they take so much longer to use. We did a ton of experiments when I first bought it, and it turned out that everyone could use the potato peeler much faster. It took us about 6 seconds to clean up a bar with a potato peeler and about 10 to clean it up with a beveler. So for me, not worth my time, even though it does make incredibly perfect edges on your soap. And then let's say I don't want all those little bumps on it. I would just lay it down flat, press it through, and it takes off the first layer. I'll do it again on this other side, just lay it flat, press down and press through, and then you're flat on this side as well. This soap is freshly cut, so it's a little smeary on the sides. You would obviously want to wait about a week or two if using my recipe before you actually clean up your bars. That's how long we wait over here at Royalty Soaps, but for the sake of the video, I thought I would show you how to plane or bevel your soap. I don't really ever have to plane mine. They don't need that often, but it's still nice to have around in case we have a batch that, you know, otherwise we would pull the bars for quality control. Ooh, look at this one. Wow. The question of the day is, do you like brown sugar or white sugar better? For me, it depends on the application. I prefer brown sugar in my oatmeal and in my tea, and then I prefer white sugar in like cakes and stuff. But overall, I would say I like white sugar just a little bit more because it's a little more versatile, but that's just me, and I want to know y'all's opinion. So you can vote on the question of the day by clicking the eye in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment down below. The next soap that we are making on Saturday is not exactly autumnal, but it has been highly requested for years. I've never used the fragrance oil before, but I'm thrilled with the results. So don't forget to join me on Saturday. And if you aren't following me on the Royalty Soaps Instagram, I do have two, but the Royalty Soaps Instagram just hit 50K followers not that long ago, and so I am doing a giveaway this week over there, but you do have to be following me on Instagram to be entered to win. So if you're interested in winning some soapy goodies, you can go follow me over there. And until next time, I hope you have an absolutely royal day. Do something for yourself today. Whether that's tripping on over to Bath & Body Works and picking up your new favorite scent that's been released for autumn. Mine is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, by the way. Or enjoying a warm cup of cocoa. Do something that makes you happy, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye for now. Meow.